welcome you to our program entitled Integrated Theology. I am your host, Bishop Dr. Derek A. Reeves. Now, let's dive right into our second supplemental lecture to Lecture 15. Today's supplemental lecture will be entitled Mankind Created by Breath. Last segment, we dealt with how the host of heaven was created by the breath of God. Therefore, they are living spirits. This seems to be the only substantial reality that God used to create them. Therefore, when we look at breath again concerning the angels, God breathed. But since breath or ruach is intermingled with words, then we can understand that the majority of what God released was breath, the exertion of his living power, the exertion of his creative essence. He breathed, but in that breath was also logos. According to St. John 1:1, and he created all things, and there was nothing that was created that was not created by him, according to John 1:3. And so through the breath and the logos, angels came to be. The scenario is quite different when we look at Adam. The Bible says that Adam, God sculpted a form out of the dust of the ground. And after he sculpted this form in accordance to the blueprint and the design that he had within his mind, he breathes into the nostrils of man, and this living breath of God, this creative energy of God, the spirit of spirit, or the breath of breath, he now breathes into man, and man becomes a living soul. The difference between man and angelic beings, God breathed, and so they are components of breath and logos. But with man, there is a third thing that is there. Man was sculpted from the dust of the ground, linking him to the earth or the physical, material world. God breathed eternal, infinite breath within him. This breath became the living force that brought the systems into being. Every material system of that body began to function, and the breath and the systems combined, the physical and the spirit, produce a living soul. I find it interesting that angels and humans have a link, and that link is the breath of God. Angels are spirits that have soulish qualities. They are spirits that can utilize intellect. They are spirits that can utilize emotions. And they are spirits that can utilize a will. Humans are living souls because the spirit became integrated within the body. And so humans, body, soul, and spirit. The soul, then, is the capacity that uses the physical body to gain information from which the intellect will now be able to function, to order, to orchestrate an understanding of the physical world. The emotions of the human beings now causes them to respond to the sensation, the impulses, or every phenomenon that comes that presents information, activities, or an association with someone else. And so through the body, the living soul gathers information through the senses, through the brain, and turns it into usable information. This usable information gives mankind the wherewithal to operate in patterns or modalities of life. God breathes into him the breath of life, the neshama kahi. He becomes a kahi nefesh, a breathing creature that has sentience. So man is created from the dust of the ground, the breath of God's nostrils, the breath that comes out of his mouth, and also the logos. And so man has form, he has breath or spirit, which is life, and he has his own individualized logos, which is mind. Man then is form, mind, and spirit or breath. God is form. Jesus, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. So the form of God is the glory of God, the nature of God. God has logos, which is mind, and God is breath. God, form, mind, breath, man made in his image, form, mind, and breath. This is all the time we have. I thank you for joining us. Don't forget to watch, like, subscribe, and share. Be ready when Jesus comes. God bless you.